So yeah, that's the link to the unlisted playlist, which has all of them in it. Yeah,
Maybe it'll help keep the city
that was
a little
part
bit
5.
safer.
So this is part 6.
You think we're gonna make it, Yuri?
Who knows? But I'm not ready to give up yet.
Me either.
Thank you, sir. That is a convenient thing to have.
The white lines. I progressed a bit after you guys left the other day. Just while kind of chatting to Xander through the old messages. Where's Sandman? And just did a load of side shit so that you wouldn't have to sit through the side stuff that doesn't really kind of have story elements. There it is. Missed it. No.
I'm more scared of. The criminals or these Sable people? They've all got guns. I mean, it's like the Wild West out here. If one doesn't kill you, the other will.
FYI, for like anyone wanting to 100% each area, for some reason going up Avengers Tower seems to be a very good way of getting crime to spawn.
Document any abuses. At some point, this will be over, and they will be held accountable.
What do we do about the escaped inmates from Rikers, Mr. Jameson? They'll do anything. Looting, home invasion, murder.
Fight back. Arm yourselves with whatever you can. Legal firearms, baseball bats, pepper spray, hell, cooking spray in the eyes if that's all you got. We're New Yorkers. We don't lie down for anyone.
Okay, but
Oh, I'm about to get hit by a rocket.
Like that rhinoceros guy.
And my friend, you pray. And you...
Hey, have you found the stream? Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that won't be in the playlist yet because I have to add it after it's done.
Yes, I see you beating up some of Silver Sable's henchmen.
That's the boy. But I mean, that's fairly common at this point. Oh, hello.
Well.
Aha, one person watching.
There are 6 people.
That's me! That's me!
Hey, you forgot
Oh, Ow. Did that go? Ow. Oh no. Oh Christ. Did that guy really dodge to exploding motorbikes? Yes, he did. Wow. That's probably a new record in how quickly I've died since starting the stream, right?
Maybe so, maybe so. That is that is 3 minutes.
There is no illusion I'm perfect at this game. Let's just say that. I mean, I was perfectly capable of healing there. I just thought it would be more interesting to play a bit with no health, and then I fucking died like a dumbass. How do the volumes sound, by the way?
Oh, yes, the volume I should check. Oh, just be a minute.
These guys are like potato chips. You can't beat just one.
Could you speak and stuff?
Could I speak? No, I can't. I refuse to speak to you, Bradley.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting Far Cry 6 for Christmas? Oh, hi. Oh, I've been playing Miles. Yes, press the wrong button for the gadget wheel.
Sounds all good.
Good?
Sorry? What?
I pressed the wrong button for the gadget wheel because I've been playing Miles.
Ah.
So that was a little bit confusing. Auto aim. Oh, I'm about to get hit by a rocket.
Crosstown Express.
Whoa! Cinematic.
So can you hit me with a last time on Spider-Man?
Last time on Spider-Man, I beat up a lot of people.
Cool.
Yes.
Using people
I got named... Oh, wait! I was supposed to look up your controversial take, wasn't I? I was supposed to check your controversial take from last week.
Oh, I don't know what I even said. I've forgotten at this point.
Yep.
Now I'm too afraid to
I
look
did
it
not
up.
know I could stick to the turret. I just stuck to the turret. That's pretty cool. Stop shooting me, it's very rude. Oh man. Is there... Oh, it's gonna be like during a cutscene or something. No, it won't be because you won't have talked. How is that guy not
Was it
dead
the
yet?
part where you
It was the part
like, to
where I
go
left.
to the loo or something?
Yeah, or I think it was to
Ah.
get a drink because I was like really dehydrated and...
Ah, oh yes. You have
Yeah.
water this time, right?
I have tea.
That's
So-
close enough to water.
It is indeed. Okay, I'm gonna have to...
Oh, I suppose that depends on how strong you like your tea, then.
Yes. It would have been before the last mission, because that was all... Suits, cutscene...
I'm actually gonna have a look myself.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There's gonna be streamception right now. I mean, I would start off wearing the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, no, it wasn't during that bit.
Oh, I think I see something. I'll try that, see what it is.
It's just any moment where I'm standing still for
Electro
ages.
trying to destroy our power grid. The Vulture raining death from above. Spider-Man egging them both on in the very heart of our city, brawling like children. Lethal children, pitching a tantrum of death and destruction. I'm often asked, why do menaces like this end up with awesome powers? Why not someone like you, Jonah? Well, I have considered trying to use advanced science to give me powers.
It's the difficult thing is how early it was.
In a more hands-on way.
Oh, hang on, I think I found it.
But after much reflection, I've decided against it. Because power corrupts. I'm a man of the people. And I want to stay.
Are you approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes through?
I'm 34 minutes in.
Is it the part where I talk about top 10 reasons why it would be a bad idea to introduce the Defenders into the MCU?
Yes, it is. It was that. Yes, it was. Yeah, I'm glad you found it. There's people watching. Well, the no one watching are very bored right now because the actual stream's just been. I don't know, maybe even getting some background noise from the last stream. So, what were those 10 reasons, Bradley? By the way, it's so weird seeing what we say come up on subtitles because it auto does subtitles these days. But it has to try and choose between Spider-Man and us.
First, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna listen to what I said and
Oh,
see
yeah.
if I was just like tired or something.
You were trying to, well, I mean, it was quite a...
'Cause I was
Right.
also filling space as well.
Yeah, you were filling space, you were talking shit. It doesn't excuse just the subject, the subject sentence. Oh my god, shoot me. There it is. And done. Okay, bye-bye. Oh wait, there's always more. How silly of me. And he's out of there. Okay, back to the level.
Brought all the small timers out of the woodwork.
I think this is going to be a fun mission.
I only got through one reason, which is probably because it was basically the only reason, I'd imagine.
Top 10 reasons
But
gets
yes,
to
I was
reason
feeling
1,
tired.
gives up.
How are you? Healthy?
What was the one reason?
Yeah, how are you holding up, man?
One reason was that the defenders are more street level heroes, and considering Phase 4 seems to be upping the stakes a little in terms of power, they'd probably end up getting sidelined in fights, which wouldn't be fair on them.
Yes, and then I was like, because I watched it back, well, I listened to it back anyway, so those kind of things, and the moment that came up, I was just like, so mad.
Where's Miles? Could he help out?
And then, but the funny thing is that you said that, right, and then Hawkeye came out.
It's amazing how quickly
Yeah.
With the most street level story you could get from the MCU itself. Very Netflix-esque. And yet featuring an Avenger and someone who's going to be an Avenger. So also,
I mean,
may I remark that A, Luke Cage led the Avengers, and B, Jessica Jones was also a kind of reserve member of the Avengers who they only brought out when totally necessary because A, she swore a lot, B, she dealt with the problem too easily, and C, they did have a, they had to, Luke Cage and Jess had to juggle looking after their kid, who got kidnapped by a Skrull at one point, so.
oh jeez. I mean, of course, I would like to see them in. It was just, it's more of a concern that the defenders get introduced and then they don't get anything to do.
They'd get something to do. I mean, Daredevil isn't that different from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're all they're all perfect. Like, street level doesn't mean they can't deal with Avengers level threats.
I suppose that's true. I mean, yeah, even just talking about like some of the Avengers movies, like maybe not so much Black. It's hard to say really. But Black Widow and Hawkeye are absolutely important members of the Avengers team, despite having no actual superpowers. Just raw skill and expertise.
Well, I mean, I'm annoyed that they never really touched on the fact that Black Widow is, a lower powered Captain America. It was a failed attempt to recreate that. But at the same time, in the comics, it worked a lot better. She is. It did work, just to a lesser,
She's not as powerful as Cap, but she's got
well, I mean, Cap's not that powerful.
fair chunk of power.
It just did different things.
Oh, it did different things. Oh, right.
Well,
okay.
she hasn't got the same strength, but she's faster, and also I think she's older.
Okay.
I think that she was actually born in the 40s or something.
Oh, so the whole. So it gives you longer lifespan too.
Yeah, while looking the same age. I mean, because apparently, Bucky trained her in the Red Room.
Oh,
this is the most pointless
Miles.
This is the most pointless Miles mission. I get it, but Miles risks his life far too often for for very silly reasons, given the fact that he has no powers at this point. But you know, last time I was talking about how Miles just like one hits a guy,
Hmm.
and I told you I'd tell you when I got there.
Yo, you're playing Watch Dogs right now? I thought you were playing some Spider-Man.
Ha! Yes. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Bet no one's ever heard that one before.
Yeah, no, Miles has DedSec powers.
The way forward is right past them.
Fuck. Okay, sorry, Miles.
It said hold to hack, I was like, damn.
You're about to be impaled. I like how, if they're noticed, there's no, like, dodge or jump out of the way shit, it's just...
Jesus Christ! Whoa! That's intense. The delay is still as you would
Something,
expect.
yeah.
So that was why my reaction was so heavily delayed.
No, that's cool, it's cool. I do find the fact that there's, like, just Rhino's ass is perfectly defined and really just over the top in that massive rubber suit. Like, the rest of him's armor, but then they're like, oh no, the booty.
Where was I? Oh yes, I was going to say. So, Hawkeye.
Yes. Oh, Tom forgot to, or was at work, so he couldn't send his synopsis.
Sad.
That container. That's my. I think I'll try another way.
Can I do
Shall
that
we
one?
still do the whole talk about Hawkeye then?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, please don't go badly on me. Don't kill. Don't kill me. Oh shit!
What is love, love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Can I get around him? Fuck, no I cannot. Oh, Jesus. I think this is, like, a really disappointing version of Rhino, because he's just, like... He kills far too easily, like this is just a kid, like, hiding, because obviously
God,
you
you're
would.
right.
Oh fuck, I needed him to clear that way. Oh shitty bollocks. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh my god, why can't I... Okay, well, let's get you to destroy that then. Oh shit, is he gonna see him on the way past? No, he's not, sweet. Oh, damn, I thought that was close. Yeah, Rhino's just, like, far too savage in this, in my opinion. Like, I get it makes a terrifying scene or whatever. And for that it works, but he has no endearing qualities to like him, and after reading, like, a really nice comic where he actually quits being the Rhino and he gets a plea deal and stuff, and he's about to leave with his wife, right? But someone else puts on the armor and, like, attacks them as they're trying to leave, and Spider-Man can't save them. And so the Rhino gets... So his wife gets, like, critically injured and put into a coma. And the Rhino puts on the armor again and fights the new Rhino. And it's a really good story. And you really like Alexei at the end of it. Is his name Alex? No. That's Red Guardian. What's the Rhino's name?
Damn.
I have no idea. It'll say in this that there's a bio thing. I'll have to remember. But yeah, no. Here we go. Here's Miles fucking one-shotting a guy.
Big mistake, kid.
You can't just push people around like that.
Or what? Like this? Haha, kid's got guts.
Hip squared.
What the hell's he saying? Not gonna be saying anything in a...
There we go. I guess that the timing's going to be off for you, though. Me saying, there we go.
Yeah. He's got his dukes up.
Nah, I'm good, kid.
It was this scene that was like, wait, does Miles already have
Oh my god!
does Miles already have his powers, or is he a mutant, or what? What is going on here?
Work on my fight banner.
Jesus Christ, he leathered that guy.
Miles? Hey, I've been trying to reach you. You okay?
Yeah, he is still Alexi.
Don't freak
Huh.
out.
2 Alexis, I guess.
I gotta fill you in on some stuff.
That's inventive Marvel writing, isn't it? Let's have a Russian character. Oh, what should we name him? Alexei. But we've got this other Russian guy who's big, strong, and called Alexei. Won't that be confusing? And
No, never.
I guess that's just fine then. We'll just go with that. Nothing wrong with that. Good name.
Incredible work, Miles. Stick close to Feast. If the convicts get desperate, they may try to raid the shelter.
Way ahead of you. Anything else happens here, I'll let you know.
Great.
I know they're going for like a
Miles.
more realistic thing, but it's really weird kind of going from reading the comics where a lot of the criminals are just like, they fucking hate Spider-Man, but
Yuri, figured out Rhino's deal. He's attacking
Like-
Oscorp's relief centers.
most of the criminals are more,
Reports of a possible earthquake and or
you know,
demolition
human
derby at the
and
Harlem
less
Center.
just horrible
Yeah.
people.
Like our boy. Headed there now.
Like,
You holding up
you know,
okay?
the AIM,
But hanging in there.
you know, the beekeepers and the Hydra guys, the henchmen would all be making, you know, just light conversation while doing their, you know, evil shit. And it's very kind of, you know, it's like, these are still people. Even though, you know, they're doing the wrong thing, but they're still people. They still have their own lives, you know, it's interesting.
Like a job for
But in this, every criminal is like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking murder a kid.
Yo, Miles Morales, come over here so I can murder you.
Yeah, it's a bit like, okay, so
Ooh.
it works for the tone. It's just a bit depressing about the human condition, I guess. To say that no, like none of these people had, like, you know, every criminal that escaped out of Rikers was just like, you know what? Let's fucking go. I'm just gonna stand in the street and shoot people.
Feels like some dystopian sci-fi movie. Of course, the city's not.
Love it when people aim a rocket at me, but they just shoot the floor because they're dumb. Faster than a falling body. I do love the power of like slow-mo.
Soon I'll have arrested literally everyone in Riker.
Oh, the
Again.
slow-mo effects. Yeah, so we gonna talk Hawkeye, or we gonna?
Oh yeah,
save
sorry,
it
yeah,
for-
totally. Yeah, you asked me about that ages ago, and I completely forgot. Yes, Hawkeye, let's go. You start.
Yeah. First things first, I want to touch on that scene from episode 2.
Uh.
And by that
Specific?
scene, I mean the one you said I'd like.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And yeah, it was cool to see that.
You've seen
A
episode
little
3, haven't
Hollywooded
you?
up as
Maybe next time
the
just
case
stay in
usually
prison.
is.
Save
But
us some hassle.
oh yeah, I have.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Little Hollywooded up, but they got some things right. And it's always nice to see your own sport in something. Yeah.
Well, I imagine to some extent it's like it would be a lot more professional and kind of, I don't know. Like, I get I mean, he was lying about stuff, so I don't know. How much did that kind of appear to you? Like, was he like holding back, or was that just kind of, I don't know, I don't really know much about fencing, so.
It was clear in his voice. It was it was a lot more clear to me in his voice that he was holding back, because just getting hit a couple of times isn't exactly grounds for saying, oh, you're beating me.
Oh, right.
Especially since in fencing, you're okay with getting it's really okay to lose a couple of points as long as you've learnt something about the way your opponent's fighting.
Right. That's interesting. Ah. There it is.
But yeah, what do you think about Jack?
Who is Jack?
Oh, Jack
Step
or
douche.
Jack? Step douche. That'll do perfectly.
Well, I didn't realise who he was until because I was like, this guy's gotta be someone from like the way they were bigging him up or whatever. But I didn't but I didn't get it for a while because it's been a while since I read the Hawkeye comic, but it's like fucking 90% of taking inspiration from. 90% of this show is like inspired by the Matt Fraction comic, which it's been a while since I looked at. But do you want to know this potential spoiler?
Hit me. Go ahead.
It's not a definite. Well, basically, the Kate's step douche is. Oh, I can't remember what his name is. Is it? It might just be something really boring, like the swordsman or some shit. But basically, he's the one who trained Clint and his brother when they were still criminals. Basically, Clint and his brother ran away from their abusive father and joined a circus. Like, they were taken in, basically, by this circus, and the swordsman, if that's what his name is, I can't remember, basically trained them in fighting with swords and various things. These fucking guys with batons just have so much armor. I wish Spider-Man would just punch a little bit harder, because he can. That's the point. Just go a little bit harder, Peter. Your punches feel so weak against these guys. Jesus.
I've got to find a way to get Sable out of New York permanently.
So he's the one who trained Clint, potentially?
I mean, in the comics, yeah, so... But, during the credits, it has those two bottles, and one gets hit by a coin and bounces... Shoots across the screen and breaks the second bottle. Do you remember that from the credits? From the closing credits? That is directly from the comics and it's a thing that Clint and his brother are doing as like target practice.
Oh.
And I think it is actually part of their they aren't human. It is an ability. It's not just amazing aim. It is an actual superpower.
It is actual. Oh, interesting.
Like most archers are just, really good archers. Like Green Arrow, for example, is just a really good archer from DC. But Hawkeye and his brother are actually. I don't know what the ability is. I don't know, they might be mutants actually, but I don't think so. It's something anyway, I think. Or maybe they're just really well trained. I actually can't remember. I'm probably talking bollocks, as usual. That's kind of my thing. But yeah.
That is very interesting.
But anyway, yeah. So that's Clint and his brother being trained by the old swordsman guy.
I think unless.
But so when
it's already been made.
When in episode 3, when he holds a sword to Clint, I wonder if we'll start episode 4 with Clint recognizing him and going, "Holy shit, the guy who adopted me, basically."
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll, know each other, if you know what I mean. If they'll recognize each other.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's it's fairly specific that they include that shot of the bottles. You'd think without all of the backstory for Clint that has never been explored in the MCU, other than just mentioning that he was, interesting. That they talk about him being S.H.I.E.L.D. for a long time. Ow! I did the dodge thing. 2, 3, dodge. Start. 1, 2, dodge. 1, 2. Oh, okay, that went.
Wonder what powers those jetpacks.
I think he knows that. I think he probably already knows that Kate was
Ronan. Oh, I really love that scene of her using the bottles in the auction. That was I love that. Just every move with those bottles was so cool.
I wonder if pigeons eat spiders.
Come on,
I
pigeon.
think he knows because.
He definitely knows because he just
obviously
enjoys.
He knows, but it's the butterscotch, isn't it? He was like the whole butterscotch thing was to see if she'd react, and she absolutely did.
To see if she recognised, the butterscotch from his uncle's place. Pigeon?
Yeah.
Why won't you let me... I'm gonna say that on YouTube. What? There it is. Got it. Thank you. About to get hit by a rocket.
An animal farming reference. You're gonna be demonetized.
Animal... What? No, it was just... I was like... Yeah. What?
Try that on someone who can fight back.
Oh, yeah, I want to test something. Oh, shite. Oh. I want to see if I can attach to the turret like a web. Ow! But I might die first.
That looks kind of attached.
Oh Christ! I'm doing very badly. These jetpack guys are no joke. Oh, I didn't want to get him twice. I wanted to get the baton guys. Ba ba da ba ba da wee.
So yeah, what did you think about the fight scene after they got the start of, well, actually most of episode 3 wasn't it?
That was the most MCU-y thing, and I kind of wish that, as it's a show that's obviously taking a lot of it, a lot of the kind of tone and feeling from the Netflix stuff, I wish they'd sparse out their action scenes a bit better. Like, Daredevil, there was that real sense of timing with every fight. Every fight served a purpose rather than was just, oh, let's have an action set piece, car chase type deal,
Yeah.
Like, Daredevil, you spend a lot more time with Matt Murdock, the man, than Daredevil, unless the point is that he's actually rejecting his life as Matt Murdock, like in Season 3. I appreciate that kind of stuff, and that was my only gripe with Episode 3, was especially because they showed so much of it in the trailers and promotion. I feel like I'd seen most of that. I enjoyed the stuff. I enjoyed, parts, like most of the fight, at the start when Clint broke out and then was like attaching people to walls and doing some great arrow shots. And I like Kate's kind of like really gymnastic fight where she was like sliding around, knocking that guy off his feet and shit.
Yeah.
I really wish they'd let her actually win though. It was a bit kind of like, did Clint really need to come in and save her? She literally said, I had him, and she did. Like, I wish that the guy hadn't just fucking kept getting up. Oh, shit.
Oh, you know what I really like?
But I did love
reference.
What the one who killed Ronan.
No, I mean the bit where he's like, we need to go get some supplies, and scene change, he's getting some ibuprofen off the shelf.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like how in Black Widow, Yelena was like, well, those guys don't need to get ibuprofen after a fight.
Yeah.
Hostages on public transit. Nothing about that was
I
Nice
mean,
little nod to that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's more of a nod to how often in the Matt Fraction and subsequent Kelly Thompson Hawkeye comics where, like, basically at the end of every other issue of both Hawkeye series, the characters get more and more bandaged up and covered in scrapes, and like Kate Bishop spends most of the Kelly Thompson comic series with a bag of frozen peas on her head to stop swelling and shit. So
pick on someone your own size, Rhino.
There is no one my size, Hulk.
So, yes, you're right about the ibuprofen reference, but it's probably the Black Widow is referencing the Matt Fraction, the Hawkeye comic, and probably some Black Widow comics as well. But Hawkeye was definitely referencing more comic shit. Yeah, multi-levels. Ow! I shouldn't have made that mistake.
Second order references.
Ah, fuck. I just dodged through his legs then? Oh, I'm wasting a lot of crates right now. Okay, we're going this way now. What up, boy? Are you serious? Did he really just get stuck?
Be thankful. Without you, I make less trouble.
There it is. Thank you, finally.
Oh, he does look a bit stuck right now.
Okay, Rhino.
Yeah, he got totally stuck, so I timed it wrong. But no, I did enjoy the Pym Arrow bit, and
oh yeah, the Pym Arrow was awesome.
I enjoyed all the human conversation after that, and I liked parts of the fight. You know, oof, that was a hell of a. Well, I love. Well, shit. People criticize these kind of like boss fights or whatever, you know. But I do like the fact that you can use one guy against each other, you know.
You guys in Octavius, huh? You have a name yet? The Scary Six? The Dirty Half Dozen?
How about the we murdered Spider-Man and used his corpse for a blanket? Hey, Target, please, you embarrass yourself.
Come on, Rhino, one more time. There it is. Ow! Jesus.
We could just stop now, you know. I won't tell anybody.
What was that?
Leave your skull uncrushed. There is fun in that.
Oh,
no, I like what's going on with Maya as well.
Oh, I liked all of her intro and shit. That was really cool.
Has she got? If she's got a counterpart in the comics, does she have photographic reflexes?
Oh god, I don't know that much about Echo. Although, well, just find out.
Okay.
It's that she's adopted by the Kingpin.
What? Okay.
After he kills her dad and blames Daredevil.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
He was like her uncle, but godfather or whatever, you know, some kind of like. He looked, you know.
Just Octavius and Lee left.
He was a what?
He was like a friend of, you know, her dad's and all that. But then.
Uncle?
Yeah, that's where.
Wait, does that mean that?
Not actually uncle, just that was what he was called.
Well, yeah, okay. That is what he's called and everything, but they can't honestly be introducing Kingpin through that, can they?
Well, I mean, why not? Wouldn't it be really cool
I suppose it would
like,
be. It would
you know,
be an interesting twist if
they're answering to someone,
not like biologically or anything.
No, not biologically adopted. You know, if they're answering to someone, and that someone is Kingpin, who's now gotten out of prison as an after, you know, maybe the fucking.
Because I looked at that.
You know, bring the blip back in Daredevil.
Oh my god!
You know, like
I knew something was up the moment.
It happened in that prison after Daredevil season 3.
Yeah.
All the Defenders got blipped out for convenience, and Kingpin used. Oh, Kingpin used the timing to escape, and is currently, you know, hiding out.
Oh, he would have built up his empire again.
Build a
Easily.
new empire secretly away from, you know, Matt and the others. Oh shit!
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so damn cool.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you know, if Charlie Cox is returning for No Way Home, you know, it makes you know. But this was the rumor months ago that Kingpin would be introduced in Hawkeye, and then Daredevil would be introduced in No Way Home, and then we'd get a Daredevil show, or a continued Daredevil show. Hopefully not a reboot, because fucking don't reboot.
A reboot would be really sad.
I know, especially after the fact that Daredevil is better than everything the MCU has put out, and I'm a total MCU shill, so, like, don't take that comment lightly. I would literally choose, if I had to choose between Daredevil and any MCU film, I would choose Daredevil. Or, you know, if one thing had to be removed from existence, I would choose Daredevil staying over the entire MCU.
Cool.
You know, but no, I did. Yeah, I got a bit of like MCU TV show whiplash with episode 3. I will be honest, because I thought, this is where it's just going to turn into another thing, but could have been a movie. I just don't like their action sequences, honestly. Like, I think most of these MCU shows do really well in their kind of character work, but
yeah.
they just don't seem to time them very right. Like, you'll get some nice character stuff, like the start of episode 3 with Echo, and then you understand why she's fucking like getting aggressive with Kate and about the Ronin outfit and all that shit. And then, you know, Clint escapes, cool, do a couple bits, but the fight goes on so long. And it was only it was only 40 minutes compared to the other ones that were 45. You know, I just think those action scenes could have been shorter. And I wish they hadn't shown fucking car chase in the trailers. I will swear I'll do a story mission in a minute. Ah, you whippy bastard. Anyway, I've gone on my rant. What do you think? You're speechless.
Well, you kind of left that sentence half finished, it felt like.
The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay.
These guys weren't so hostage happy.
Ah, it just cut out for me as well. I've got a little globe and a little triangle with an exclamation mark in it.
Ah, shit, okay. This... I might have to, change to my... 'cause the only